Hello everybody, Russian Batman back with another video. As you can see, I got the wide camera because you can see these edges of the light box. I should have really gotten a bigger light box, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But today I modified my Lego Hulkbuster diorama set. I think it's a really good set. I think it's super solid. But there's a few things I want to improve on it. So first, I'm going to show you what I did to improve the Hulkbuster. Then I'm going to show you what I did to improve the actual display base. So I actually ended up getting two of these, mostly just because I wanted two Hulks. But I ended up getting two, because of that, I got two Hulkbusters, so I want to do something with the build. So the first one, this guy, I just built, this is normal. So this is what he by default looks like. And I do think this is a really good model. I do have a few problems with him. I do agree the chest looks a bit weird. I don't know why I'm mentioning that, because I actually did not do anything to improve the chest. I have some ideas, but I just didn't do that. But really just the posability. Really, like I said, I hate these new Lego joints that aren't joints at all, these for their mechs. They're good for like certain angles, but for mechs, they're so annoying because then all the mechs are just permanently at this weird bent angle, which like I said, I don't think looks too bad. I think looks good for most walking poses, like you do that. Doesn't look too bad, but I don't know. It's just so strange. And I did this for the other Hulkbuster that they released, the Hulkbuster, the second Hulkbuster for Age of Ultron, not Age of Ultron, for Infinity War. But yeah, so and the other thing I want to improve is obviously, like I said, the elbows. The elbows can twist for some reason, and then the hands can independently twist. But that's it. And then also, I do like these panels that they have on the sides of the arms. However, they are a little bit bulky. So those are the major things I improved: is the arms and the legs. The torso, I didn't do much to for this new order. So let's compare it to the version I modified. So as you can see here, off rip, it's a bit taller because he's not hunched over. He has his legs are straight, but I'm super proud with how these posable legs turn out. Look at that. Look, wait. Full posable legs. I'm actually super happy how this joint turned out. So as you can see, it's one of those joints. And it functions the same. Something I am actually super proud of with this joint is that to make it a little bit more stable is you can see this this plate right here, this one. Wait, where is it? Where is it? This plate right here. It's a it's a 1x1. Well, it's one of these. It's actually connected to the bottom portion of the leg, but this is connected to the top portion. So these connect the two portions of the leg, but because that joint is right where the joint is, it's aligned, it means this is still connected to the bottom section. However, it still is able to move and does not limit the motion. So as you see, look at the alignment, it moves. So I'm actually super proud of that. I also removed the little blast on the bottom just because, I mean, I wanted to, because this, as you'll see, my display base no longer has like this flying pose going on. And then the only other thing you got to take note of is if you leave this down, it tends to, wait, let me do it, like that down, like that, the knees, it will occasionally it'll make that piece pop off. So you got to make sure to lift the knees before doing that. That's the only minor instability of the set, of this modification. And then the arms. The arms are significantly different looking. As you see, they look a bit longer. But like I said, they're also fully posable. I don't know why they didn't do that on this model. And then I flattened out this gold design. So I originally, like I said, it's like poking out, but just so it wasn't poking out, I just built it in. I don't like these gray hinges that you can see. These hinges do come in dark red. I think they come in dark red in this new Groot set, the buildable Groot. I don't have that set, so I just did not put that in there. So yeah, and the shoulders I kept the same. I did add some more sticker detailing. For example, these are stickers from an older Hulkbuster. These are stickers from an older Hulkbuster. I decided to put on here just for fun, just to add a little bit more detail to the set. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the actual Hulkbuster. Now let me show you this new display base I made, which is meant to hold this guy, not this guy. I'm probably not going to use this guy. I just really wanted him just for comparison purposes. But yeah, oh, also, last thing. I gave him the older style robotic fingers. I really don't like these newer fingers they're using. I get they look maybe more realistic for like people, But for mechs and stuff, oh my, these fingers, you can't beat these. You can't beat these. I just don't like how dangly these new fingers look. But yeah, okay. Now let's get on to putting the display base in there and putting all the characters in the display base, which is really just 2. So as you can see, I doubled the size of it because I had 2. I basically just, like I said, double the size. I'm repeating myself. You can't just get 2 and make this. You need some of your own parts. For example, these slopes in between, you need your own for, because it only comes with, this side and then this side. And you can't really use anything else. And let's see here. So let me put these guys in there. So he is actually, he puts one leg here, and one leg goes on these little jumper tiles right over here. Let me align that up. And then boom, so he stands like this, then you can bend his knees and whatnot. Come on. There you go. There you go. So he's there, and then you have the other little arm floating over there. And then this little sloped bit is meant for the Hulk. So you put him right there. And boom, that's pretty much it I have for this display. I really do like how it turned out. Like I said, because there's way more room on the ground and no longer has to be vertical, it can now just be, a little scene of them battling. You can't really do the fist pose. It's kind of hard to, like I said, the Hulk's kind of tricky to get in some dynamic poses. I put him on the slant because I thought it would just kind of look better than him just, like you can't just stand him right here. You could just do that, but I don't know. I think this looks a little bit more dynamic, like he's jumping out or something, or he's running towards him. I think it looks cool. But yeah, if y'all like this modification, leave a like, subscribe, go watch the 2011 film Rango. And yeah, y'all have a nice one. Ciao.